in your bed. She standing out, yeah. She bad, she bad, she bad.
Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to see The Little Mermaid. Yay! I basically might as well have been working for Little Mermaid the way I invited all my friends to come. You would think like I own the movie theater or I was in the film, because I'm like, hey, bring your kids, let's go. Like all my girlfriends with kids, even my girlfriends without kids, I'm just like, let's go. Pretty much we're making it a whole thing. Going to see Little Mermaid tonight. Tonight is the release date. I actually got invited to the screening by my PR, Brandy. Shout out, Brandy. But I was like, girl, we already bought these tickets. I'm about to go with my friends. So anyway, where are we going, Nova? Yeah. So shout out to J Nova Collection. I just walked in the house because I was doing like all these promo videos because J Nova Collection has a little sale, but I have on teas, liquid matte. I Nova loves a good red. You can put on red.
So we're going to talk about why women, we keep losing our lives over these toxic, deadly beauty standards. You see this beautiful woman. She had a beautiful family and she's gorgeous. So it's like, why do we always feel the need to go extra and beyond, always chasing the standard that's literally killing us? So it just needs to stop.
Red tonight. Brittany, I have cherry bomb. I mixed 3 different reds together. So that's my little combo happening right now. Anyway, we're going to hurry up and get ready. Nova, show me the letter you made me. This is the letter from Nova to mommy. Let me see. Ew. Gross. What does it say?
It says, thank you, Mommy. I love you. Thank you, Mommy, for getting the clothes and shoes.
Oh, clothes and shoes. Okay, so this is me shopping, or is this you?
This is me. It's my name on it, and this is Prince.
Okay. Cute. You and Prince. Shoes. Okay. Shoes is SHOES. And clothes is okay. Mommy will teach us, but thank you, baby. So cute. So these are the costumes. I figure, you know, let's go hard or go home. So they got the gloves. They got the whole shebang. So mommy's gonna hop in the shower. They're gonna put their costumes on so we can get out of here. It's already 4:30. We're supposed to be leaving at 4:45. So let's go. Oh yeah, did I mention that I obviously also need to be a mermaid? So
Not every single one has to be a mermaid.
what is your favorite part of Little Mermaid?
See, this is who we need to be concerning ourselves with, our daughters. Okay, because we're a generation that was raised by consumerism. We got it always made that we're insecure. So what are we gonna do? How are we gonna change it to make sure our daughters are not falling under the same toxic beauty standards? I don't want my daughter to feel like she needs a BBL or needs a tummy tuck or needs something like this, and then she ends up dying and passing away. Like, this is too common nowadays. So it's like we either got to really address this and stop this so the next generation is not falling for the same stuff that's going on right now. So it's just scary. It's a scary thing, honestly. It's no joke. Even you know, women that, you know, it's like financial abuse too. Nobody talk about that aspect of it because these things they're not cheap. So it's like women are spending way more money, getting into debt just to risk their life and dying over this. So it's sad. It's just a really sad thing that's happening. So this situation, so she was 32. So this situation reminded me of something else that happened last year. I'm gonna show y'all who I'm talking about. I'm gonna show y'all who I'm talking about. 100%.
Wash and go is so deceiving. Nothing about this process is wash and go. I mean, you might as well call it wash and work. wash and not
This is
go
Crystal Harris when
anywhere.
she
Wash and
was
no
dying at
go.
30
There
years
ain't no
old.
wash and go.
Suicide.
This is my current
Suicide
wash
people
and
like it.
go routine. I'm just going to continue to call it wash and go because that's how we understand it. But we
And
know
we
there's
don't really
nothing
know
quick,
what happened to her.
easy, or simple
That's
about
the
this
thing.
process, even though wash and go.
Nobody really know what happened, but so many people are speculating because she turned 30, then that she jumped off the building because she felt old and felt, so many people are speculating that. So that's like a toxic beauty standard. That's crazy. Like if a woman is 30 years old, it's just like you're no longer any good. And then we have all these red pill people saying the same thing. Like if you're 30 years old, you won't be able to find a man, you won't find love, you don't deserve nothing. So it's like you got all these toxics. It's not, and it's women, of course, you know, us as women, we perpetuate this shit too. We judge other women based on how they look and everything a lot. And then it's the men too. So it's like our lives, it's a do or die thing. Cause it's like you either, you know, chase beauty and you could end up killing yourself over it, or it's like you don't, and then you get treated in a certain way because you don't have pretty privilege or whatever. So it's like a really hard situation to be in. So it's scary. It's a really lose-lose situation for us, and we really got to reevaluate our standards. So the best advice I heard when it comes to like beauty standards is create your own standards. Like if you're always trying to chase somebody else's standards that they created that don't got nothing to do with you, especially if you are a Black woman or a mixed race woman, you're always trying to create like a chase the Afro, chase the European beauty standards. Like that's, it's going to have you trying to become something you're not. So it's like you want to just work with what you have. You know, I think we should always like work on accentuating how we look, but not try to become something we're not. Because that's what like the BBLs and stuff like that, like trying to add body parts that you don't have and all these crazy surgeries and all this stuff. It's just trying to become something you're not all the time. That's what could really end up, you could end up losing your life over that. So that's the crazy thing. But this woman right here, this one, I cried over this death right here. I really did. I was like, I didn't even know her. I never even heard of her until she died. So
very quick.
I really
My
cried over her.
process
'cause I was
changes every
watching
now and then. The
behind these
products
YouTube
sometimes
channels
change, sometimes the
that we can
order
watch.
changes. But
And
this
it's just,
particular wash and go I have stuck with
I don't know,
for a
it's
while
just
now,
really
several
heavy.
months,
It's really
and I
sad.
really like it. My hair
Really
has been
horrible.
and looked the best that has looked in a really long time.
These
This
women
is how
have
my
so
hair
much
looked
life
when I
to
started.
live, and
My
it's
hair was half up, half
preventable,
down. I
like,
can't remember what
mental
day this
health
was. This must have
and
been like day
knowing that
7 hair at
loving
least
and
because
accepting
if I have it
yourself
half up,
is a
half down,
journey,
it's
but it's
usually
like
like at
it's
the
really
end of the
life
week.
or death. It's
So I'm
really,
taking it down. Not the best, most fun process. And then, ooh,
the BBL Pemda is repulsive. Biracial women are very pretty. Exactly. I
gotta get
agree
that
with
good
you.
head
I
scratches after
absolutely
having
agree
your
with you.
hair
We're
up for
very
that
beautiful
long. It
are,
needs
and
a
it's
you
a
need a full
pandemic.
scalp massage.
It
So I
literally
start off
is
my
like these
process with
toxic, deadly
golden
beauty
magical
standards that we
castor oil
are
that I keep in this
being
bag
that's
because the
forced down our
bottle
throat,
is
especially
so
with social
sticky.
media.
This castor oil is
You know, because
very
you
thick,
keep
y'all.
scrolling through
I like to
social media, the
pre-oil my
algorithm
hair. I've
takes
tried other
let me talk
products to
about that.
pre-oil my hair. I've tried coconut oil.
So the algorithm is placed in a way where it only, yes, no need to choose European beauty standards, period. Exactly. White women used to require us to cover our beautiful curls. Facts. That's a fact. With all range patterns. Exactly. That's why I wear my natural hair, because I love my natural. I used to always straighten it, fry it. I know we all been through that phase in middle school and high school when you try to straighten it and it's just, it would just poof right back up. So it was no point. It was like, it just want to be how it want to be naturally. So I ain't even going to try to do that. You need to chase, no need to chase the European beauty standards. Exactly. Many white women want to look like not just Black women. Yeah. And that's wrong too. I don't think anybody should be trying to look like anybody else. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I think we should all just try to accept. But why that's so hard nowadays? Like I'm saying, we got social media, we got the algorithm that's programs to only prioritize like beautiful people to push them to the forefront. And it's like a lot of people feel left out. And it's like, oh, well, I can't. I know this happens a lot to a lot of creators. I've seen people talk about this where it's like they create something and then somebody else with a larger platform because of how they look takes that idea. So they feel like they have to chase the beauty standard so they could get credit and stuff for work that they've done. So it's like it's a crazy thing, you know. I'm currently growing my curls back out. I need 8 months and it'll be long. Girl, yes, I did the big chop. I did it in 2019. I was bald headed because, you know, I'm a mom. I was taking care of my kids. My hair got all matted up. So I had to cut it all off. So it grew back really fast. Thank God. It grew back real fast. It said our hair and skin is trademark, our mixed feature. Yes, we're absolutely beautiful the way we are. Look at this beautiful woman right here. and people were speculating that she committed suicide because she was 30 years old. Like, she looked 20. Like, she was beautiful the way she was. Like, I hope that wasn't the case. We don't really know what happened. But with the Jackie O situation, with the mommy tuck and the plastic surgery, this is nothing new. Like, this is nothing new. This keeps happening over and over and over and over again. Like, women keep going under the knife and losing their life, like, over and over and over and over and over again. And it's always like, oh, that's sad. But we got to address like the root causes of why women keep losing their lives to the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a mental health thing. Like, if you feel like you're not good enough the way you are, you're gonna go risk your life. I seen somebody said that. Somebody was like, yeah, I would rather be dead than ugly. I'm like, that is the worst mindset to have ever, you know, because if you look at it, you got to look at, you know, there's people born with deformities and stuff, and they're living their best life. Like, you don't have to be at a certain standard to be respected or to be loved or have what you want in life. Like, that's what they teach us, that you need to be at a certain standard. You got to be up here in order to have this. And we got to get rid of that mindset. Like, it's not healthy no more. It's not. Like, it's just something I struggle with. We all struggle with it, with insecurities and feeling like you're not good enough. I got these like thin ass lips, and I got whatever my body, you know, my body. I'm a mother. I have a mom bod as well. So that's why I kind of was like, wow. I was thinking about doing that. I was thinking about going and go get like a mommy tuck and like something like that to kind of like nip tuck here and there so I could have that flat nice. But I'm like, you know what? I'm a mother now. I got more things to live for. Like, I would rather be here for my children than to have some man be like, oh, damn, you fine. Like, I would rather have my children validate me, have my children love me, have my children. I would rather do that, you know, than anything else. So it's just like we got to really think about what's the most important thing. What's the most important thing? Let me present something real quick. I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna stop this screen and I'm going to share my screen real quick. Let me see. Especially I don't understand either. Hold on. Say this. Why is this happening so much in the black community?
But it was just
black
such,
women
it was
already
almost like we were twins because it was
I don't even understand.
You know, no one else in her world but me.
You think it could have been a TV situation?
She said she wanted to get her stomach done, and I told her, you know, wasn't nothing wrong. I'm not worried about that. I say nothing wrong with you.
Exactly. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you.
She was a pretty black woman.
Are you talking about the DV situation with Jackie O? Is that what you're talking about? Either way, the plastic industry is super corrupt. Exactly. Because it's like anything good could be used for bad. Anything, you know, anything good. There's always risk. No need to change for a man, period. No need to change for you speaking facts tonight. Sunny said you should come through my lives more. You speaking facts. No need to change for a man. Most women get BBLs for black men. Speak on it. That's true. And eating disorders for white men. Facts. No need to fulfill either side of the beauty. Exactly. So let's talk about it. Jackie O was a mixed woman. Crystal, these are mixed women, right? So we're a part of this. I know it happens to white women, black women, but let's talk about us for a minute. Why are we need to create our own beauty standards, okay? Like our curly hair. I think healthy hair I think health should be the standard. Being healthy, like I take care of my skin, like skincare, healthy hair, trying to eat right. I think that should be it. That's all we need. Is to prioritize our health over anything. Like if something is going to jeopardize my health, I ain't going to do it. I don't care. It ain't worth it. It ain't fucking worth it. For some man to be like, oh, you cute. I'm going to risk my life for some man to say that. No. Because look, on top of that, I'm talking what you're talking about. There's always a man that finds you cute. Okay. There's always a man out there. There's billions of people out there in the world. There's going to be somebody who finds you attractive. Just because some of these men over here, you're not their preference, as they say, there's going to be plenty of men over here that you could go right over there and they're going to eat you up. Okay. So anywhere you go, right. I've never seen a healthy body. Period. Exactly. Drink your water, you know, work out, get your little workouts in. Take care of your mental health, you know, protect spiritual health is very important too. You know, being spiritually happy and feeling loved and be able to give love and healing your wound, healing mentally and healing. I mean, you're going to flourish as a woman. As a woman, definitely. If you're just healthy, mentally, spiritually, you're gonna flourish. That's all you need. And you're secure in yourself and you love yourself and you're not threatened by no other woman or comparing yourself to no other woman. So that's a thing too that we do too much. Like don't let yourself get in that mindset that you gotta compare yourself to any other woman or feel like you gotta compete with any other one. I don't compete with women over nothing. You know, I feel like I'm in competition with myself. Like Cardi B said, I'm in competition with myself. Like I just want to do better, compare myself because we don't know any other woman's full story. Okay, we don't know what they're really going through. We don't really know. So it's like there's no point to compare because you don't have all the right information. Shout out to Selkish Ray. There's this woman on here that I really love and respect. Her name is Selkish Ray. She talk about beauty a lot. She talk about beauty is a tool, right? But people like to define themselves and create a whole identity around like, oh, this is how I look or whatever. But it's like it's just a tool that people use to get what they want, right? And it's like it's a tool that you put down and put up. You pick up and you put down, right? It's not something that you need to like totally, completely just chase after forever, like a damn carrot. You know, you just chasing after something forever. So yeah, that's something that we need to really understand about beauty. We need to rethink how we think of like what is beautiful. But I think self-love is beautiful. I think self-acceptance is beautiful. I never looked at somebody that didn't fully like completely love and accept themselves and was confident in themselves. I always thought that was like a beautiful thing. Always, right? That's like mentally beautiful. That's emotional health is beauty. Like that's what's beautiful to me, you know? So yeah, right. I've never seen exactly. So that's what I wanted to come on here and share. I might do a little live. I just wanted to share my thoughts about this situation because I'm just tired of it. I'm honestly so tired of it. Like we don't need to do this. These are horrible choices we're making and people are influencing these choices. And us as women, I think we should empower each other to like really love ourselves as we are and stay healthy and not make these unhealthy decisions, you know? Right. No need to constantly chase after beauty that's born to life. I feel like when you're younger, it's easier. Facts, especially this new generation, fueled by social media and trying to get popular on whatever social media platform. It's a tool. People want to use their beauty in order to, you know, come to the forefront. But it's like you just gotta love yourself at the end of the day because it's not worth it. If you're making yourself miserable, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. You see me with my little 300 subscribers. I'm happy with it. You know, it's whatever. I'm good. I don't need the same things that society places under for me to feel happy. Like, I don't need that. I let go of that a long time ago. Like, that shit will just make you miserable. Like, bitch, I ain't come here to be miserable, okay? There's so many procedures. There are so many people. Exactly, like Blac Chyna. Yes, Blac Chyna undoing all those procedures. I still think she's got like some in there, probably. I don't know. I heard somebody, but I think that was actually a beautiful thing. I'm happy she got a lot of praise for it too. Like a lot of people were supporting that decision, and for her to just, you know, because she's naturally beautiful the way she was. She was naturally already a very beautiful woman, you know. So she couldn't have been a stripper if she wasn't, right? So making all that money as a stripper and getting all these shout outs from all these rappers as a stripper. So it's like she felt the need. She got into the trap, especially if you're in the entertainment industry. Like, I don't know what that life is like. I don't know. I don't even want to live that life. But if you got to feel like you got to do all that in order to get it, I don't want to do all that. Like, that's something I don't know about. Like, we just regular people. You know, I'm just a regular ass bitch and living a regular ass life. And we are fucked up by it. So imagine if you were like in the fucking entertainment industry and everything's centered around that. Like that's a whole other type of pressure that I don't even want. I don't even want it, girl. But yeah. But it's too many people losing their life over this. This is why we got to really speak up about it and use our platforms. You got a platform or just talk to people about it. If they're thinking, considering this, like, no, like you got to know, like, it's not risking your life over this. It's not. Blac Chyna did a little too much. Exactly. She sure did. She went overboard with it. And I don't know. It's about unlearning a lot of shit. It's about unlearning these standards that are placed upon us that are not for us. They don't even benefit us. They don't help us. They don't do them for us. So it's just about, I hate to see biracial women. I swear they just sexualize their image, and they don't really, it's mostly all bad for women in that industry, honestly. I don't really know. I'm not in the industry. I can't really, you know, Maybe one day I would love to get like an interview with like a woman in the like entertainment industry and see what it's like what is it, you know, because we're just outside looking in, but from the outside looking in, I don't know. But that's where let's talk about the whole, you know, privileges, you know, because I was thinking about it. I was like, I guess there would be certain privileges if you are like a mixed biracial, because our image is very sexualized. So, but does that really benefit us? You know what I'm saying? Is it really benefit you just to be sexualized for a little bit, chump change? And I don't know. Y'all tell me. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Let me get rid of the screen and just talk to y'all for a minute. Hold on. Let me just get rid of the screen. My computer kind of fucking up. I hate to see biracial women in that industry. Exactly. I don't disagree with you. But go ahead and like the stream, everybody. I'm trying to get my YouTube back popping, having these type of important discussions. You know that, you know, it's about us though. You know, I'm gonna keep it about us because, you know, all these topics, I don't know. I just hate it. Do you feel like as biracial women, we're more pressured to be beautiful? Let me see what you say. Most of these women are victims. They experience assault and abuse along with health risks, and those procedures can't live a normal. Exactly. Is that especially like the rap girls that are out there getting all these procedures done, like trying to be like Nicki Minaj with that big ass BBL. Girl, we don't need that. We don't really need that in society no more. We really don't. Most of them were kicked out at 18, had a bad childhood, got manipulated by an older guy. God. Okay, yes, this is a good topic right here. This is such a good topic right here, what you're talking about. Because this is what leads to this is kind of the root cause of why these women are going out having to chase beauty. Sorry, go ahead. I think we are expected to be pretty. Oh yeah. But let me talk about what you're saying. Like, I think that is such a good topic to talk about because that's the root cause. Like, if you don't feel validated and loved in your household, you're going to go and chase after, is what beauty is what gets me love. And then that's what you're going to chase after. And then you end up dying because you get a procedure done in the basement somewhere or something like that. So it's like, this is the root cause of like, we're failing this is why I said the next generation, like us who end up having children and having daughters, like we can't let this type of shit happen. Okay, we cannot let this type of shit happen at all. Like, we need to step up and do better for the next generation of women and make them feel like they're beautiful and validated, so they're not out here risking their lives, chasing beauty standards. They're not out here, you know, being jealous and bitter of other women and competing and doing all this crazy shit. And, you know, not really. I want them to have like a sister. I want us to have like a sisterhood. You know, I want us to come together as like women and really come together and support each other and talk about our issues and talk about things that we go through and talk about, you know, if you're a mother, like, or talk about all these different type of things. Like, I want us to have that. Without that, like, especially as biracial women, like, I would love that. I want that for us. Okay. I want that type of sisterhood that we come together and actually try to uplift each other instead of trying to drag each other down or talk about, I got my looks talked about a lot. I know I did. They were talking about my saggy titties and all this shit. Like, I got body shamed a lot. But you know what? I was like, I breastfed 3 children for a year each. So I know that my body is not what it used to be before I had children, and I'm completely accepting that. Hey, Beijing Bougie. Hey, girl. Glad you're here. But like I was saying, like I have 3 children. So of course my body's not going to be the same. I take care of my body. You know, I want my body. That's something I had to learn as a mother. Like, you can't be all, I'm not going to care about myself. I'm only going to care about the kid. Like, you got to take care of yourself because you can't pour from no empty cup. Okay. You can't pour from no empty cup. Like, that's not going to work. You're going to be miserable. Your kid's going to be miserable. They don't even make no sense. But yeah, I'm going to talk about this in a minute. Say, like, if I don't walk into a room with makeup on looking right, people lose interest in me, especially Black people. They expect me to be a beauty eye. Thank you. This is something we're seriously pressured because you know how like people kind of fetishize mixed children, like, I want to have a mixed children because they're pretty. But what if they don't turn out a certain way? What if these kids don't turn out how you want them to? And you're going to feel like disappointed if they're not like one of the cute little mixed kids. And like, we are like, there is a certain type of pressure on us to be like the baddest bitch in the room everywhere we fucking go. And it's weird, you know what I'm saying? Because I kind of I'm a rebel, okay? I rebel against shit. Like, I remember a long time, I was like, fuck that. I'm going all natural. Like, I don't give a fuck what y'all think. And it was actually pretty healthy for me because it's like, I don't want to feel like I have to always wear makeup. Like, I don't want to get to that point where it's like I feel like I'm nothing without it or I'm insecure without it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be like, I want to wear makeup or I don't. Okay, I'm not gonna have nobody out here making me feel like I gotta fucking. Yes, it is very. Yeah, I'm not gonna have nobody else making me feel like I gotta perform for them or do this for them or look good for them. Like, bitch, it's for me. Okay, bitch, this is for me. This is for my own choice, my own confidence. It's not for nobody else but me. Okay. Hey girl, hey girl. Let me see. I was talking about like we are like super pressured as like mixed women to always look a certain way or it's weird. Look, position to make them look good. Black people always show interest as the only one. Let's see, position to make them look good. Black. Oh yeah, because we're like the representative of what blackness is in the media. So it's like we got to be on point no matter where we go because we're representing blackness. I agree with that. That's why we need our own category because I want us to represent each other. Like you're a mixed one, I'm a mixed. We're representing each other. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that gotta go. That's why I'm fighting for us to have our own category. You know what I'm saying? So we don't always gotta feel this extra pressure. Like black people can represent themselves, we can represent ourselves. That'll remove an extra layer of always having to look perfect and always having to do everything perfect, or you're no longer black no more. You know, we gotta get rid of that. Let me see. Hi Al, how you doing? Sounds like divide and conquer tactics in regards to biracial women. Yes, yes. Speak on it, Al. I'm gonna drop the link. If y'all want to come up here and talk about it, I'm gonna drop the link. Okay. I would love for you, Badge and Booty, come up here, girl. I want to do some streams with you. You seem really cool. Let me see. I'm happy the women are coming out to you. I wanted us like more women for us to connect and talk about these things because I think it's very important. But what you talking about, bro? Okay. I had a black guy ask me why I didn't have green eyes and why my skin wasn't pale like Sophia Richie. I thought that gave me chills. Like I thought light skin with brown eyes was normal. What do you expect? Yeah, no. Why? I'm happy you said that. I'm happy you said that because why? I was thinking, oh, my hair pattern is not loose enough. Like it needs to be like I'm looking at the girls with it's not loose enough. And then I was gonna get contacts and get like blue eyes because I was like, oh, that's more of like the European beauty standard that I was like kind of trying to chase, right? So, oh my God, that is crazy. That's crazy. But the black community is kind of brainwashed by the European beauty standards. So we're expected to be a part of it too. Like it's crazy. But no, bitch, brown eyes is beautiful. Having tight hair is beautiful. It's all beautiful. Okay. It's all beautiful. That's crazy though. That's crazy. Act like biracials or Build-A-Bear. Dead ass. They do act like biracials or Build-A-Bears. Like you could just pick any little features you want and just like we're like genetic like little Build-A-Bear babies. That is so true. When I leave the house, I don't care. I love that. No, I'm gonna start thinking about that. I don't want to care about nobody else think. Like I say this all the time. I don't care about being accepted by my white side or being accepted by my black side. We did when we were younger. But now I'm like, oh, we're building our own community. We're representing each other. Like that's who I'm trying to like look good for and represent. So yeah, I don't mind black or white. Yeah, don't mind. Yes, please. When monoracials act like we're Build-A-Bears, that's racist. I agree. That's anti-mixed racism. They're acting like we're pets and something that can be controlled immediately, but that's straight up disrespectful. It is. Okay, tell me why. So I support Brittany. She got a mixed own brand. She's really cool. I did an interview with you. Check out the interview I did with her. But I'm a brand ambassador for her because I'm supporting mixed. So I posted on my TikTok and somebody was like, excuse me? Like somebody was like we're not supposed to like support and have our own brands or do anything for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're meant to be controlled and only like be used for. But I was on TikTok too. I don't know. TikTok is horrible. But I was on there and it was like a prompt that was like, oh, biracial people. It was all about biracial people or whatever. And then they were saying that we need to go back into the house and like handle massa and handle and like make sure they're not racist and make sure like all this shit. It's like all these expectations are put on us so we could be accepted as black. And it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Like we don't want to be controlled no more, We don't want to be controlled. What are you doing? Oh, there's my daughter. What are you doing? It's my daughter. What are you doing? Hold on, let me go get her. I'll be back. All right, my bad. Okay, let me see. I love seeing other Black, white, biracial women shine, period. Me too, girl. Me too. That's how I am. I love seeing people do well. Like, that makes me happy. You know I've been down and out in life. I don't want people to feel like that. I want people to feel happy and feel good about themselves. So I love handle massive. Yeah. Yeah, they said build a biracial channel on YouTube. Yeah, you should. Sunny said, girl. Yes, I definitely, we need to get YouTube at handle massive. Yes, that's exactly how they said it too. I was like, it's our job to go and like handle white people because we got to use our light skin privilege. And it's shit crazy. That shit crazy. I don't give a goddamn what. Don't give a shit. These are fortunate. I know you can't. It's gonna run you right. It's gonna run you raggedy. It's gonna run you raggedy. Thank you. It's gonna run you raggedy, girl. You can't care. Okay. You can't. Okay. We gotta really prioritize. What are we really gonna care about? I'm gonna care about, biracial women living their best life, supporting. That's what I've been doing for a long time. I've been trying to use my platform to uplift biracial women. And that's all I've been doing. I love that biracial men, of course, too. I love biracial men. I support them. I uplift them as well. Of course, I support us coming together. Like, I want us to be a team. I want us to be united. Like, if we're always divided and separated, we're not going to get nowhere. We're not going to get anything accomplished. So we need to come together and get shit done, because there's a lot to get done. Once you really get into like this mindset of like, we're a community and we are one, we are our own team. It's like, oh my God, we need to get a lot of stuff done. Okay. We need to get more voices being heard. We need to get more like brands and like businesses pop in. We need to get more, just more. We need to get more. I want us to like meet together, have like a little meeting. I don't know, something, there's a lot of stuff that could get done. Biracial are not responsible. Yes, we're not. We have our own goals and agenda. Okay. We need to have our own goals, our own agenda. Okay. We're on our own side now. Like, we're not on no black or white side. We're on our own side. Okay. Absolutely. Okay. Interesting. I haven't heard much from biracial women on this beauty app, so it must be difficult. Oh, it is difficult. It really is. Like, it really is. There's a lot of pressure on us to be a certain way. And I think we got to let go of that. We got to stop caring. Like I said, you got to stop caring about, trying to meet somebody else's standard. We got to meet our own standard. We're creating our own beauty standards. What I think we should do is just be focused on our health, like focus on the health of our hair, focus on the health of our soul, focus on the health of our mind, focus on the health of our skin. Like, health is beauty. Okay. Just do what you do to be healthy, and don't put yourself at risk. Don't risk your life for anything, because no, that's the complete opposite. If you dead, you can't sit here and say we are not pets. We're not women, period. Have that mindset. We're not. We're going to stand up for ourselves. We're going to be our best self. We're going to shine. We're not going to care about what other people think. We're going to do us. Yes. Oh, are you a black, white? Yep, he is. He like me. He got a black mom, white dad out there in Hawaii. We need cookouts. Yes, that would be lit. Imagine the music. It would be like all over the place. That would be lit. That would be lit. I want a biracial cookout. That would be lit. Because honestly, let me go back to that. Honestly, when I go to the park, I take my park to the kids. I see, like, because I live in Washington, so there's like a big islander population over here. I see the islanders, they got their own cookouts going on. I see the damn black folks, they got their own shit going on. The white folks, they be having their own shit going on. And it's like, we don't got shit. Like, we don't got shit. Like, we gonna be over there being a little mixed speck in every little scenario. So it's like, yeah, I want us to come together, have our own cookout. Okay, I suggested this. Mulatto Museum, yes, definitely. That's something we need. We need history. History is a big topic that we need. We need it, and we all got different skills. We all could contribute with what you have. Like, start with what you have by your own capabilities. Okay, like, this is something I do that it's not much, but it's something, right? Like, I'm not like a billionaire somewhere, but it's something. Like, we could all be doing something. Oh, you're gonna move to Washington? Oh, here comes the Owl Show. Hey, Al, welcome to the show. How you doing? Can you hear me?
Biracial women.
Girl, come on to Washington. I live in South Washington. We out here. There's a lot of us out here. But we just all over the place, okay? We're not really like connected. Like, we're just here and there. But
I used to live in Washington.
Yeah, for real.
Should I admit where? Yeah, Seattle. I used to live in Seattle.
Yes. Seattle got a lot of biracial people for sure.
Yeah, I've been debating whether I should, because I've been putting this off moving, whether I should move to
Oh, did you
Seattle
move from
again
Hawaii?
or LA. Yeah, I want to get out of here so badly. It's too expensive.
Oh, there's this girl, the girl, she in my Discord, she lived in Hawaii, and then she started making content on TikTok talking about what it's like being a half black, half white biracial in Hawaii. And it was really eye-opening because going over Europe, what you were saying was completely different from what she was saying. So y'all must be living like different locations or something. So it
Yeah,
was like
probably. It's funny.
Mhm.
I don't know any. Frankly, I don't think I've seen anybody. I'm trying to think. No, I never seen a biracial person from Hawaii on YouTube.
No, she's on TikTok. She's on a lot of people are making it's really easy to make it's really easy to make content on TikTok. So it's like you just post and go instead of like having this whole setup on YouTube. So I do support the biracial girls on TikTok. They going hard on TikTok. Okay, there's this girl. She's like, her name is like unapologetically biracial. She going hard on TikTok. They put it in work on TikTok. Okay, we can't be like, oh, we too good for TikTok or this
That
is some
name sounds familiar.
There's a lot of work being put in.
Is she on social media?
And
Is
on
that
IG,
person on
and
social
Facebook,
media?
all over social media.
Yeah. I think I've seen that on Facebook because I'm on biracial groups.
Absolutely.
Because I knew unapologetically biracial. It sounds familiar. Never seen them on TikTok.
Let me read these comments real quick. I'm gonna look her up. Sonny said, "I'm gonna look her up." Cena Jones. She's a YouTuber.
I realized when it comes to beauty standards, I'm completely clueless. I'm the wrong person to talk about it.
See, I'm glad I was concerned. There weren't many black. Yeah, there is. There's a lot of us. Because black people move out here. And they don't want to fuck with other black people. They be getting I see so many like black white couples like every single day. Like I be seeing black white couples. That's all they do is get out here and create us. So here we are. Oh, I've seen that TikTok. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Did I see interracial couples in Seattle when I was there? This was in the 90s. I saw some, but I don't recall seeing a lot.
I wish the women would jump on here, man. Y'all come talk about these beauty standards and stuff. Like it can't only be me. I would love for the women.
I'm just curious. I only came on, I know, in the wrong demographic, but I'm curious.
That's cool. You call me out. It's good to talk to you. I haven't talked to you in a while, so it's good to talk to you.
Yeah, I just want to be educated because I've talked to biracial women.
I'll let you know. Let me read these comments real fast. So apparently, definitely take on the biracial white mentality. It's not surprising with Asians. Yes. You follow her? Yeah, you know. No, girl, they banned me on TikTok. I did a live. I had over 300 viewers on one live because one of my friends, he went viral, whatever, on TikTok. And he's like, I don't want that account no more. So I was like, you need 1,000 followers to go live on TikTok. So I went over there, jumped on the live. The prompt, like in the background, was like, biracial people need to stop arguing all day if they black or not. We need to come together and connect with other biracial. No, it was accept that you're a biracial person because that's all people do all day is sit here. Are you black? Are you not black? Are you black? Like I'm tired of that combo. Like it's old. So and then the last thing that it said was we need to connect with other biracial people, right? So I was on there talking. And girl, they banned my live. Somebody reported it and banned it. I can't go on live again until June 6th. So they be censoring me, girl. It was my first live I did, but it got a lot of hit. Like there was so many people talking like, oh, you're right. It was a lot of people in there, but they banned it. But it's cool. I'll be back.
It's probably a wannabe. It's probably a wannabe that complained.
But that's why I like YouTube.
Probably wannabe.
YouTube's a good platform too, because they're not gonna sit here and cut off your live in the middle of it all of a sudden. So that's a good thing about YouTube. They do beyond the fuck shit too, but I like YouTube. YouTube's my home. Okay, YouTube's like my cyber home. Okay, so I'll just visit over there. I want to hop on. Hold on. Okay, yeah. My house be loud too. Oh my god, you should see my old lives. My kids be screaming and all that crazy shit. I'm in the garage now, but yeah. Let's see. Definitely look at her up. After this live, she's very popular biracial. Oh, yes, definitely. Yes, girl, hop up on me here. I'll be here. Definitely tired of seeing biracial people in public every once in 2 months only. Where do you live? We need to connect with other people. We're gonna start making the moves. We're gonna do all that. Haterade, ain't that right? Very much so. I be promoting us and doing a lot, but I do get a lot of backlash and you're the seed of your father. I get that a lot. You're the seed of your father, and then I'd be like, okay, I guess I'm white because my dad white. So how does that make sense? And he's like, yeah, I don't know. I do be getting a lot of people are funny. I just be laughing.
Yeah, it sounds like the probably part of it is wannabes,
yes.
and the others are the resentful. I don't know. You've got monoracial people that want to. Have you been on panels where you have monoracial people come up and try to argue against your existence?
Oh yeah, I do. Back in the day, I used to argue, but it's 2023. I said I'm in a new era. I ain't arguing with nobody. I ain't arguing with y'all.
Okay, I just
I'm in a new era. I'm just connecting with my people, loving on my people, bringing us together. We're building. I don't got time to argue. I'm not wasting all my energy on arguing with people when I could be building, connecting with people, making blueprints, making plans, building. Let me tell you, Al, before I tell you like why I did this topic, I was on a live last night. It was about like African people and African American people. And they were just going back, like it was like 3 hours. And I was like, you know what? You know what's the problem? People waste all their emotional energy on talking and arguing. And then you don't got no energy left to actually take action. So I was like, that's why we got to really cut out. Like we got to be very selective about who we talk to and because you're going to waste all your energy talking, like arguing with people, wasting all your energy for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. And then you're not going to get nothing done because all of you're drained, like all of that. You know what I'm saying? So. But yeah,
well, see, that's why I told people that's why I don't deal with the wannabes and the militant types. I say I don't. If they want to be monoracial, let them go off and be monoracial.
Exactly.
I wish them well. That's how I am. And when they get the biracial wake up call, then we'll see. Then we'll talk. Okay.
Bad. So let me read these. Actually, I believe that some of the professions that biracial people should avoid, at least for now. Man, you know how many jobs I've quit? I talked about that on my last stream, being biracial. I wish you were there, Al. Like I talked about being biracial in the workforce and how we were discriminated against and singled out and like.
Oh really?
Girl, I want to be by my fucking
self. That would have been a good one. I think that's a very good one. Because you're doing good content. You're doing stuff. You're doing these interviews that are good because it's with psychologists and other people,
business owners.
The kind of content.
So much. Yeah, I'm bringing it to the forefront.
This is the kind of content that I've seen that people are doing. You and Mulatto Vanguard's doing other stuff. That's why it's been getting better in this space. Because the content is branching out. It's better up.
I took a break, but I'm back because I feel happy, recharged, because it did get draining because I was like, I'm not with the drama stuff. Like, no, I'm not here to. I'm here to have fun. I want the space to be fun. I want us to have fun with each other, be able to be lighthearted, have fun, talk about serious topics, talk about things. I wanted to have a happy, fun space. I don't want it to be a drama, miserable space. I want us to be happy. Okay, that's what I really want for us. But let me read these comments. I'll go into fast. My dad, white. We some black mama biracials. Ignorant black girl racist. Yes, for being biracial and proud, and soon might have a wife. Yes, that same thing happens to me. The same thing happens to me all the time. The same thing fucking happens to me. But it's like it's weird because they expect like us with black moms. They expect us to be like more in tune with our blackness or more identified with blackness because our moms are black. And yes, I did go through that at one time. I was like, I'm black, but then I went in black women's spaces, and all they're doing is talking shit about biracial women and how So I'm like, why would I go into space and all they're going to do is talk shit about biracial women all day? So I'm like, no, that was my biracial wake up call, was actually from black women saying, oh, we don't want biracial women to represent us. I'm like, I respect that. Cool. Let me just do me over here. Let me just build my shit over here. And they were saying that. They was like, they just need their own space. I don't want to share space with them. I'm like, that's cool. I'm going to leave y'all alone. And I'm doing my own space. And this is what we're doing right now. So I'm happy. And it works out. It's a win-win. I have love and respect for everybody of all races. And but we got to put ourselves first. We got to center ourselves and just build our own stuff, But when I leave the house, black and white people want to be around me more than I want to be around them. For real. Yeah, we want to be left the hell alone sometime. You want to be left the hell alone. I feel that. I totally feel that. But yeah, we need to stop arguing with monoracials. We need to talk to each other. Yes. You get it. Some biracials like to argue. It's pointless. we need to stop wasting energy. We got real stuff to build. We got real stuff to do, and we're not going to waste our energy on pointless things that are not productive, that are not doing anything for us. So yeah, we really have no business in Monterey. Exactly what I was just saying. That's what I'm here for, making our own exactly. I think if you know, like you be in Black spaces, Black channels, they always sit here bringing up biracial women and the preference and all this stuff. So nah, it's a no for me. It's a no for me. This should be no really good. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I thank you. I understand the Black side, me and my family, yet I'm still exactly. That's what you are at the end of the day. I agree with you. Right. It was Black women. We realized that was biracial facts. And you know what? I thank them for that. Thank you. Because I don't have no problem with gatekeeping. Like y'all can gatekeep your image. I respect it. I'm gonna gatekeep my image. I'm gonna make sure, and it's all love there for me. It hurt at first because it was like, damn, it was like an ego death, because I built my whole identity around being Black, right? But then they're like, all of a sudden, oh, you're not Black. It's like you get the rug swept up under you, and you sitting here looking crazy. But then you just accept you biracial, and it's like, oh, let me do what everybody else doing. They're creating communities, they're having spaces, so why can't we do that? So, and we got so much pushback from it, but.
Right.
Yeah, but let me see.
I'm fine with gatekeeping. In terms of African Americans gatekeeping, so long as it's done correctly.
It's fine.
It's done correctly, and it isn't harsh or punitive or something.
It's not harsh.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, they're people are very harsh about it.
Yeah.
They're harsh, but you know what? It's fine. If Black women don't like us so much, they mind. We gonna mind our biracial business. Then take a deep sigh when you come in if you don't want to be. Then take a deep sigh, really, since half of them don't want to be. I'm not. Let them date white. Y'all going in tonight. But yeah, Al, let me explain to you what's going on. So there's this lady. Let me play the video real fast. Let me see if it's taking up too much. But I played a video earlier of this lady called Jackie O. She's a biracial woman as well. She's married to a comedian, DC Young Fly, and they're known for the show that Nick Cannon did, Wild 'N Out. And they mostly had those pretty light-skinned girls on there, right? So some of them got snatched up and got wifed up by some of these men, right? So that's what happened to her. So she had a YouTube channel too, like she was a mom. So she went under the knife and got like a mommy makeover, and she ended up dying. So that's why I was going to talk about deadly beauty standards, because so many women. And then I brought up Kristen Carlson, who was the beauty queen. She ended up committing suicide and jumping off of her thing. And so many people were speculating, because we don't really know what was going through her head. But so many men, I don't know, it was men who were saying this. They were like, oh yeah, she was just old, so that's why she committed suicide, because she was too old. And I was like, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy that so many men were saying that she just so old at 30. So it was the worst. I cried over that. Like, I'm tired of it. Like, we don't really know. It couldn't, I don't know. I hope it's not over. But she was a literal beauty queen. Like, that was her whole image. That was her whole, like, a literal beauty queen. So if she felt like she wasn't beautiful, then what? She probably felt like she had nothing. Like, that's so horrible, right? So it's like, it's a serious thing that is completely it needs to be taken seriously, because people think it's like, oh, because like I said, there's so much pressure for when it's expected. Like, these things are like expected almost. You got to expect to look a certain way. If you don't meet those standards, then you're not. So that's why it's just so deadly and toxic for women, because we are to do a certain thing, and if we don't meet the standards, that you're not going to matter, you're nothing.
Yeah.
But we got to redefine.
I was curious as to whether
she was only 30 years old. She was young. That's young. Okay.
So I'm curious. So what I'm curious about is whether there's a standard for biracial women, and that's different, like white biracial, and that's different or harder or easier than monoracial women. That's what I'm curious about.
But it's weird because y'all know this whole situation with like mixed fishing and stuff. Like, people like that one girl this one girl, she got called out for mixed fishing. I think like where people get our hair texture, and then they try to have our skin texture and our features and stuff. Like, that's the thing where it's like people try to become us, but then I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's a weird, like, you guys know about the mixed fishing scenario, right? Where it's a weird ass thing where I don't want to say we're the beauty standard. I don't want to say that, but it is like a weird standard of trying to look like a mixed woman, and then actual mixed women, it's like we are expected to look like the fake mixed women, it is weird. It's really weird. It's like we're supposed to look like the fake mixed women that aren't really. It's a strange, weird ass thing that it don't even make the Kardashians. Yeah, the Kardashians, for example, like people were saying, oh, it's black fishing, but it's really mixed fishing because they're trying to have like mixed, they created mixed children and they're trying to like emulate their image and stuff like that. So it's like, I'm just against women. I don't care if you're white, black, Asian. I just want women to love and accept themselves the way they are. Like that's what I promote. That's what I love, like self-love. I've been on that journey. Like I used to hate all my features and hate myself, and because I was raised around mostly white people, I didn't really fit in. So, but that was the most empowering thing was self-acceptance. Like that was the most empowering thing. And I think, I don't know, when it comes to men, on the men's side, I feel like I don't know what it's like to be a man. I don't know, obviously, but
yeah, that's what I was asking, because I don't know that. I've talked to biracial women, but I didn't know anything about the beauty aspect. Right?
There's another aspect of it too, of like the jealousy and the hatred and like, like things like that. Like I know we deal with that too. And it's quiet as kept because nobody wants to admit like to jealousy. But I definitely, and that affects like our people, when we're in the workforce and stuff like that, when we're around like there is like a lot of jealousy and stuff like that we deal with. And I don't,
that I have heard of. That part I've heard of, but not the beauty.
It's a weird topic. I remember a woman like Exoticals United. She talked about that a lot. I don't know if she's still uploading, but she's talked about that a lot. There is like a weird jealousy, and I hate that women are jealous.
Oh yeah,
like, love and yourself. You want to feel the need to be jealous of anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to feel the need to be hate on some other one. I don't get like she mentality. I don't get that. Like if a woman's beautiful, I'm like, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful. It doesn't make me feel like I'm less than. You know what I'm saying? I've been around beautiful women that are 10 times as beautiful as me, and it doesn't make me feel like why do we feel like we have to feel like we're less than or threatened by another woman who's probably more beautiful than us or whatever? Like, who cares? Like, who cares? You can still be happy. You don't have to. Why does our happiness depend on if we're the most baddest bitch in the room or not? Like, that's some weird shit, right? So, it's some weird ass shit. Like, you either the baddest bitch, you're gonna be miserable and hate.
That's what I would ask too.
Hold on, let me read these comments.
Yeah.
So said themselves.
Biracial guys. Biracial guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. It may have come up in groups that I've been on social media, but I don't recall the looks factor. Like
I don't think so. I think there's a little bit. I remember my husband talking about it a little bit. Like he said that a lot of men, but I don't think it's men. They're not like validated by beauty. You know what I'm saying? It's like their whole.
Yeah,
it's a different thing for men for sure. Like for men.
Well, yeah, I know I'm not. Well, I'll be honest. I was a decent looking guy before my looks faded a long time ago. It faded a long time ago.
You had it going on.
So I have absolutely no problem. I have no problem. I'm in my 50s. I'm like, yeah. I'm getting older. Right. I'm not. Look. I make no bones about the fact I'm not handsome. I'm not good looking. I'm not. There's no factor with me. I make no bones.
But that's something women deal with that men don't have to deal with as much. Like the pressure to stay looking young. Like that's
that's what I was curious about.
I'm gonna be 30 myself, so it's like
that's what I was curious about.
I see so many women that's like, feeling super depressed on their 30th birthday and feeling sad and feeling like, and then you got the red pill men that are like pushing this idea too that you're useless and you're nothing by the time you get there. And
it's the wall.
It's disgusting that people are trying to break people's self-esteem down. We need to be building each other up. Okay, I hate that. I want us as women to stop tearing each other down over looks because I've dealt with that. We've all dealt with people. The first thing when it comes to a woman is they're gonna attack your looks. So it's like, I don't participate in that. I don't ever sit here and judge and attack a woman's looks. If she says something I disagree with or I don't like, I'll just focus on what she disagree with or what I don't like. I'll never go attack a woman's looks because that could lead to so many mental illnesses, mental issues. I don't want people to kill themselves and die and having to go and run and get plastic surgery because you don't want to get attacked over your looks all the time. So it's like, that's another driving factor that, so let me read these comments. Hold on, Al. Wait a second. Hold on. I'm missing all these good comments. Hold on. Themselves, they hate biracial so much of the war with each other and they obtain white or black acceptance. It's either white acceptance or trying to throw other biracial people under the bus for to gain black acceptance or to gain white acceptance. So that's true. That's why a lot of black people feel more confident in a bar. They do. You know what? Speak on that. See, you need a channel, girl. I didn't even think of it like that, but they do feel like more confident. That's true. Hold on. I'm missing all these comments. How do I scroll back up? Hold on. Oh, okay. There we go. Let me see. The Kardashians. I see a black girl trying to compete with me over a white guy. Not over a white guy. And I don't even want him. And so I'm so pro them hating us over white women. That's crazy. That's crazy. See, I support us dating each other. Like I'll take a biracial man because biracial men really prefer us most of the time. So it's like I don't gotta feel like I gotta be something I'm not for another man all the fucking time because I don't want to do that. I'm pro monoracial women before biracial men, and biracial men give me a reason to put them over monoracial women. Oh, okay. But that's a different conversation. Let me read that right. Hold on. I'm pro monoracial women before monoracial men until biracial men gave me a reason to put them over. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I think I know who you are. Hold on. I think biracial men need to pay attention to other biracial businesses. I see a lot of them are out of touch. You know, I know exactly who you are. Oh, I know who you are. Hold on. They always say they heard it, but they haven't seen it yet. As women, we see it for it. That's why I'm happy you're here, Al. You want to educate yourself. You want to learn from our perspective. Like that's what I try to do. I try to learn from a man's perspective. Like I'll never understand fully what a man go through, but you could still learn and try to have empathy for each other. Like you could learn from my perspective. Like that's cool that you want to, come up here and engage the conversation. I appreciate that, but you can't.
Yeah, because I was curious because of the title.
Mm-hmm.
I was curious because of the title. I went, have I heard about this before in groups?
Have you heard about the epidemic of women that are going under the knife and getting these BBLs and getting all this plastic surgery and end up dying? Like that's what's going on right now.
Not really. Yeah,
that's what's going on right now. That's what's going on. Women are feeling pressured, like especially through social media, to look a certain way, and they're going and risking their lives. And have y'all heard of all these chemical peels and stuff? Like I'm into skincare. I love skincare, so I'll be on the skincare side of YouTube. And these bitches are getting these fucking peels that are like destroying like the upper layers of their skin, and then they can't be in the sun. Like, and it takes weeks to peel. I'm like, what the fuck? And then, oh no, I was like, damn, that's crazy. Biracial made me less aloof. The cushion of sex. I know exactly blush for the biracial men. I was shutting it down. Yes. I held my tongue for Irish people, but once and it didn't work, I'm holding back no more. Back when I actually think to biracial men more comfortable. They're comfortable enough. Let me see when I stop decentering monoracial men and realize only when to put up the good biracial men. I stop caring about. That's good. I love that. See, a good man ain't gonna care. They gonna look exactly. There's no point in looking young for a man struggling. For real shit. Real. Okay, I'm caught up with the comment. Oh, you know who I am. Yeah, I know. But yeah, thank you for being part of the live, participating in the live. Like, if you want to come up, I'm gonna put the link down again. Let me know, Beige and Bougie. Let me know. I would love to talk to you. We could talk about it. Because she's a very beautiful woman as well. So.
Oh, she is. Oh, I didn't know that.
She's pretty. Yeah, she is. So I would love, and she's a biracial woman, so I'd love to hear her. But like I was saying, Al, but the reason why I did this live, I really want us to be in a healthy mindset because these are two biracial women. Jackie O, she's a biracial woman. So is Kristen Carrington. Like those are two deaths that are like are centered around beauty. So it's like, yo, we need to really be in a healthier mindset so we're not sitting here killing ourselves and dying off because of this. Because I want us to be happy and thriving, and you know what I'm saying. So. That's why I did this live because I know ain't no men out there dying over plastic surgery. Okay, they're not going under the knife, getting all these surgeries, trying to look cute for women. No, that's not really that. You know what I'm saying? But it's mostly something that's more concerning the women's side, like that epidemic getting BBLs is the most dangerous surgery like there is. Not just plastic surgery, but surgery there is. Period. Like that junk because they got veins in your butt, right? That if the fat gets in those veins, you're dead. Like it goes veins that go up to your heart. And if that junk it'll block the blood flow to your heart and you'll die. So that's why it's the most dangerous surgery there is, period. So any of y'all thinking about getting no BBL, think about the freaking veins in your butt going to your heart and getting blocked by freaking fat and your heart can't go. Oh, there she go right there. Hey girl, welcome to the stream.
Hey. Can you hear me?
How you doing?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yay, I'm live. What's going
Yes,
on, you guys?
girl. We're getting it popping, So I'm happy you're here, talk about
I
these
am
these
too.
topics. Mm-hmm.
I got like 15 minutes
Okay.
before I probably have to go, but I just want to hop on real quick. I really appreciate what you're doing. I
Thank
just
you.
feel like I've come into this space and a lot of what has been feeding my soul has been like a snowball. Like I've been looking just for these conversations that we all kind of just have a lot in common when it comes to these
Yeah.
experiences. And I was starting off with some of the men's spaces. They have their own unique stuff going on.
Oh, for
And
sure.
I appreciate hearing, yeah, like they definitely have a whole other kind of gender-based,
Definitely.
I don't know, pathogen to cure,
Mhm.
but we have our definite history when it comes to, yeah, like the beauty standard stuff. So
Mhm.
I don't want to be rambling too much. I definitely want to stay
No,
on
go ahead.
topic and just say that it's really unfortunate what happened to the young lady,
Mhm.
DC, what's her name, Jackie O. I
Mhm.
just couldn't believe that when I saw the story. She looked so vibrant, so healthy, really. I mean, you see people who
This
succumb
gives me
to these
chills.
things. Yeah,
Mhm.
she's gorgeous, and I don't know what happened. I hate when there's like mystery to the story. Like, what happened? Was she
Exactly.
diabetic? Did she have an
Mhm.
underlying condition? Did she not? You
Exactly.
know what I mean? Like she just didn't
Mhm.
disclose her whole like the blood panel
Medical
or
history.
something.
Yeah.
She who
Mhm.
know like that sucks. And
Yeah.
with the children and just like the whole and so my heart goes out to her first and foremost. And then I definitely have some ideas about yes, that incredibly beautiful and talented and smart and the whole package that the beauty queen who succumbed to her,
God, I
self
cried and cried and
a
cried
while
over
back.
that.
Yeah, that made my
I
heart
didn't know her,
sink.
but I see myself in her, Like, have you ever
Exactly,
felt that? You see
exactly.
yourself in her,
Me
yeah.
too.
And it's just,
Yeah. There's
mhm.
certain biracial women, like I'm a little older, like I'll just, I'm new here, so I'm not, I like to kind of unfold like a petal, like everybody can get to know me.
Yeah,
Like
like
I'm
a
not
little
just putting my
fruit,
whole
I
government
like that,
papers
yeah.
out there.
That's good, that's good.
So but there's a lot of women that, in my field, like I worked in the arts that I've come across, and I feel like I have a personal stake in their success, like other mulatto women and
Mhm.
especially like Black and white biracial women who it's been interesting to see everybody's journey and what that's
Yes.
looked like. And I think it's such an easy topic of fascination because we just don't all have the same story, but we have the same soul, like the women in the,
Yeah,
yeah, like there's this shared
exactly.
soul of, I always talk about like, like Paula Patton. I mean, this woman,
Mhm.
she's a gorgeous actress. She at least was dominating a lot of Black movies for a while.
Yep.
And I know that many times we are used as that kind of Black women's
Yes.
beauty
And then
standard.
she, rejected the term biracial, and she was like, and I heard you mention that you knew, Kiki Watt. Kiki Watt?
I did. Yes, I did. I
Yeah,
knew her
I seen
personally. I
that, and
sure
I was
did.
like, it really struck me what you said about, all these conversations are kinda happening behind the scene, like, low key.
Yes.
I'm saying with
Yes.
biracial, like, how do we navigate this? So it's like, that's kinda, I feel like my purpose is kind of bringing up more to the forefront, and like, hey, we don't have to sit here and be quiet and be like, "Oh, we don't gotta do that." Like, we can be loud and proud
No.
about it. So, so
And
that's kinda
hearing
like
you talk about it makes me want to talk about it. It's almost like
yeah,
we
exactly.
have this superpower that we're not able to tap into because
For
we've been
sure.
conditioned in a lot of spaces to either sit on your light, try to fit
Mhm.
in, be a certain way. You're being too this, you're acting like, too white, too Black, whatever. And yet we don't realize, at least for me personally, like now that we have this information age and all this access to getting to know people from across the globe, we're so mighty in numbers
We
and
are.
experience, and the
Yeah,
younger generation gives zero f's, like they're all up on
they don't
TikTok
care.
telling you how they feel, and I'm like,
Period.
yeah.
Yeah, you're not gonna tell me who I am. You're not gonna tell me how I should feel. You're not gonna tell me how I should identify. And yeah, but
Because it
I
makes a
was
difference.
definitely inspired by other biracial women to start talking as well. Like I definitely was. We may not have a relationship, we may not be cool now, but at the same time, I'll always respect them. I'll never disrespect them because they're the reason why I'm sitting here talking and having a platform because they encouraged me and inspired me to want to share my story and share my perspective. So I'm grateful that, you know, that's what we do for each other. That's the whole point. We're going to encourage each other to speak up, to be proud, to be loud, to love yourself, to be unapologetically who you are. And that's all I want to see, you know, because that's all I want to see, you know, us.
I would say that, and back to the topic, I would say, like, when it comes to beauty standards and how, you know, biracial women can represent, well, depending on how one presents and all that stuff, like how you actually look. I mean, we just, you know, depending on whatever the makeup is of the mother and father, like we just come in so many arrays, although we're distinctively biracial phenotypically.
Exactly.
But
Yep.
I'll just say, like, okay, from personal experience, because I don't know, you know, the other young women that we just discussed personally, but I remember Kiki Wyatt, you know, she went on that public platform, and, you know, it's like, whatever, it is what it is as far as her personality. She's always been that way. She's always been quirky and kind of funny. But this girl used to get terrorized for her light skin. And it's the same thing that she would get chased for by all the little, you know, the black boys in the church. Yeah, like she was definitely popular. And you never saw the boys making fun of her, talking down about her skin. Like, so on the black side, it was definitely this, you know, there was jealousy. There were girls that were, you know, definitely, when you hear a biracial girl who looks like that talking about bullying, it is typically from the women, you know, the girls or whatever. And then, but it also is from other self-hating biracial women. It's crazy. Like some of us were so brainwashed and lost and didn't even know we were lying to ourselves. And we would just try to get along. You know, some of them you saw with like we talk about proving that they're down, like they had to join in and making fun of somebody, much like you see here on the other monoracial side, like, you know, the men will make fun of the women, you know, sometimes for effect. And then on the boys side, I didn't have a lot of experience with seeing how the young men were treated, so I don't want to speak out of turn when it comes to that. But I will say that I wondered how her experience was if she were in, you know, her white side of the family, because her mother was extremely black identified. And I don't know enough about that, except that when she would say her mother would call her all kinds of N-word, your first reaction is to be offended, except this woman really thought she was black too. I'm ready.
We know the types.
I'm not excusing her. I'm not excusing
her. They got the N-word pass from somebody, okay? Somebody gave them.
Oh, unfortunately. But
but
I would just
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. I could go on about this stuff all night, but I was just saying, like, when it comes to the beauty standard, I would just say simply that nowadays it is a certain standard that, you know, yes, I think that people like different on a basic, you know, whatever you want to call it, science level. Like, I know some of the men are really good at breaking down some of the, you know, like they have their, you know, they break down all the science, physiological, anthropological stuff. I don't know all that. But I just know that we as human beings, we are attracted naturally to different. And it is, quote unquote, exotic to us to see something that is a fusion of other things that are familiar. So I think that, to your point, when you said earlier, yes, there is a natural attraction. There is a natural, and don't sit on that. Like, that's the part where it's like, we need to be, and that goes for men and the women. Like, we need to really embrace that. If we take good care of ourselves, eat right, don't abuse our bodies, get enough rest, try to keep the stress low. You'll look great. You'll probably look better than a lot of, you know, I'm just keeping it real, like a lot of women who don't have some of that melanin protection. You'll outlast, like you'll look, you know, you look way younger than your age. I think you
that's
just
what
shared.
I'm saying. I absolutely agree with you 100% about that. And it's like, yeah, we definitely have to take care of ourselves. That should be our standard. Just taking care of ourselves. That should be our standard. That's all we need to do. We don't need to do too much. Okay. We don't need to do all the extra.
Yeah. And then the girl that just lost her, you know, unfortunately lost her life. I will say this too. This just kind of came to me. She was going after a mommy makeover. And and I know that some of those really drastic procedures include things that have to do with enhancement. And I'm not saying that, you know, okay, white beauty standards don't typically, say, for instance, deal with like, okay, BBLs, unless they are trying to attract, men who like that, which ironically, I don't even know who likes those anymore, because every time I see the feedback online, everybody's like, I want a natural booty. Like, but I was just wondering if that had something to do with a mulatto woman being in an environment where she feels like she has to change her natural shape in a drastic way in order to look like she thinks the standard should be for, like, I'm wondering if this procedure that she was kind of trying to get, or she was pursuing, was it something that was we don't know enough about it. I don't feel good speculating, just out of respect for her passing. But if we can keep it a general discussion about, does it make a difference, the beauty standards, if you are a mixed race woman, Black and white, if you pursue more, depending on who you're into, your love interest. Like if you're into if your man likes a certain look, you're gonna go for that. If
Here's what I think too about that. Like, okay, so I know DC Young Fly, he's from Atlanta. I used to live in Atlanta.
Yes.
The whole standard down there is like slim. That's where that whole standard came from. The whole slim, thick thing. That's like some Atlanta beauty standards type thing. So maybe she was trying to fit into that like Atlanta type beauty standard that, that he's
right.
From. It could have been something like that, like trying to, because that's something we got to stop doing. Always trying to mold ourselves. Like I said, like whoever, depending on who you're with. If you're with a Black man, you want to be like slim, thick, or if you're with a white man, you're trying to starve yourself and be like a Zendaya type body type, So it's like, not that she got a beautiful body type, but she has very slender, body type that, white men are more usually attracted to. So it's like, that's why we got to stop. That's why we need a community though, man. We can come together. Like I'm about, us men and women coming together. Like I want to understand their story and their perspective. And I'm glad they're taking interest in our story and our perspective. And we're coming together and we're figuring things out. And we're going to all work together to, build and come together. And it takes understanding, it takes understanding. And I'm happy you're here to talk about it with me, because I wanted to talk more women about this. I've noticed that on my channel, it's mostly men, and I'm cool. I'm like, that's cool, whatever. But I would mostly want to talk to more and connect with more other women and like form that sisterhood. And but back on topic, like I was saying about the whole beauty standards. Yeah, I just want us to, just start seeing each other. I like what Sunny said to say, like, you don't got to care about what other races standards are. Like we're creating our own, and then we're going by that. Like, what do we look good for each other? Okay, so that's something that I think that would be a healthy mindset for us to have, instead of always trying to mold and be a chameleon and change into, because I deal with that too, because I've lived with both white and Black communities, so I know like there is totally different standards in both. And yes, we are more sought after in like Black community, right? But when you're in the white community, I do feel like weird, because I'm a little bit thicker, more, it's more like a skinny standard. So it's like, but screw that. I'm not going to sit here.
It could be, if it depends though on, like, that's changing a lot that I've seen, like so even in the predominantly white communities, they like, if you go like to the South or certain places where, they listen, I don't want to get into some of the more, unsavory parts of the past where mulatto women have been concerned, but it's not a huge secret that we were kind of preferred in forceful ways many times in the past, like, and just because of societal things like passing wealth and building estates and building generational resources, if you wanted to keep things for your family, yes, of course you got with your own, or if you were white. But I think that times have changed and things are changing so fast and so much that I would even go so far as to say that some of these other persuasions of men appreciate the health part of it, like the diversity, the fertility, the just the I don't know, on a spiritual level. It's something. It's not just different for the sake of being different. It's not like just being fetishized. I think, like, I'll just tell you my personal experience. The men that I ever came across when I was single and dating, if they were into mixed women, it was like I kind of had I cornered the market, because there wasn't it wasn't like a whole bunch of us walking around.
Exactly.
So that if that's their type. Now, I'm not going to say that it was exclusively Black and white necessarily. Like some of the men that I, if they were interested in me, come to find out they either settled with, or they ended up marrying, or they were also into other mixed women, like other races of mixture, like Hapas or
Right.
you know, Brazilian, I'm not going to say it all correctly, but you know what I'm saying, like just other combinations. And I'm just saying that when men like that have a type, like where they just don't want monoracial, like they don't want either monoracial black or white or whatever. They're just
Right.
into that quote unquote exotic or just
Yep.
something. Yeah, it's a type and it's not a fetish, but it's something that calls them on an aesthetic level. And like I said, if we are socialized in a positive way, we can be, I think, a natural counterpart to anyone that we click with on a basic level because of that versatility.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. You know, I support being with who makes you happy. You know, my husband's biracial. And
That's beautiful.
He has a biracial type. He did it nothing but biracial worlds. He definitely had a type. Okay, he had that type.
Yes.
And you know, I just felt like I fit that type a lot because I guess you know us as women we want to be a man's type. You know, I think that makes us feel more secure, like in a relationship.
Absolutely.
We know, like we're what they're looking for physically and you know in other ways too, of course. But so that's something that you know I do want to feel like I was his type, and I definitely am, and you know that makes me happy. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with wanting that. There's nothing wrong. Like I see so many like women that are like, oh, when he says he only likes light skinned girls, and it's like a disgusting, horrible colorism thing. I'm like, what's wrong with that? There's men that like dark skinned women. There's men that like Asian women. Like, who cares? Like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate that it's like racist to like want a certain type. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's kind of taking it too far a little bit, but who knows? But
well, listen, I took it way far because my guy, I remember asking him questions about type and I said, well, this was my really very, 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 very pro-black, aka pro-whack phase.
Oh, you had that.
And
You had that era too. I had that pro-black era as well. I think
oh
a lot
my
of
God, it was so
I was
bad.
there too, girl. I was there too.
Yeah, no, it was deep. I was scuba diving deep. I said,
Me
would you ever
too.
date? I said, do you like black women? And he said, because he doesn't like white women either, and he doesn't like black women. I said, what? You don't like black women? Like that's, you know, I was like downing myself to understand
That's how
why.
we're trained to think. Yeah, that we're like it's
I was,
bad.
yeah, I was offended on behalf of something I'm not even representing. Like
nobody's gonna do that for us. Like somebody is gonna be like, oh, if you like black women, nobody's gonna be like, oh, do you like mixed women? And if you don't, oh, you don't like mixed women, that's nobody's gonna do that for us.
What's wrong with you? Yeah,
nobody's gonna sit here and be like, oh, you don't like mixed women, you're racist. Like nobody's gonna fucking do that shit. So it's like, it's okay to want. It's okay. Like it's okay to just. I'm not gonna shame nobody. If they like mixed women, hey, we are beautiful. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely nothing wrong with it. I've got a whole camp. I've got a whole like oven full of capes. I'm just burning and baking. And,
got an oven full of burn them up. Put the jump on broil.
I got the butane.
Okay.
The butane broiler. But Al is here. Hi, Al. I see you're still on the panel. I just wanted to say hi to you because you're here, and thank you also for your contributions to the space. I'm definitely, for sure. I know I listened, I've been binge watching you and Mulatto Vanguard like crazy. And no, I you know, if I say anything like I hope it's received genuinely. I'm not here to
sure. I've seen you in the chat a couple times, and you know,
thank you.
I appreciate the kind words.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming into the space and being a wonderful presence in the space. And you know, you're very I like you. I really do like you a lot. You're cool. And I'm looking forward to more content and supporting your channel. And you know, and I'm just excited for this space to grow and have, you know, more voices. And I love it. You know, there's room for all of us. Okay. That's why I'm like, I'm not competitive when it comes to like YouTube or not. There's room for all of us. YouTube is infinite. Like there's billions of freaking channels out there. So it's like, you know, take up as much space as you want. That's how I feel. Like we need to take up space. Okay. As much as we need. So go ahead, girl. I'm supporting it. I'm just going to uplift it. And I'm excited. I'm so excited to hear from you more. And I'm so grateful you hopped on this panel. Like it's been a wonderful, lovely conversation. And we need to talk about it more. I wish you had more time, girl. We could probably talk about it.
I know. I so agree. I just want to end on this, that listen, the amount of experiences that we all have is like you just said, that is to the degree of the vastness of all that we can all contribute. and listening to all these different experiences is just so incredibly not just validating to me, but it just gives me so much hope. Like I said, for the reason why I even did this, why I started this, channel, because I'm pretty private. I mean, I worked in the public a bit for a while, and this was not my idea of, doing anything. Like I kind of just like things quiet in the last few years. But I just saw all these videos of these beautiful, mulatto women, Black and white, biracial women, and they were used for other people's videos to kind of prove some point of being like lost and tragic and all. And you did that interview about the high suicide rate. And I was just like, man, the reason why this is just all flowing is because I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Like I'm in my, like I'm not, there's no, yes, I know I posted all my little bougie stuff, but I'm not here. I don't have any pretense besides. Okay. Like,
no, I love it. I want to see that. I want to see us living amazing lifestyles and living, I love it. I'm here for it.
Thank you. And I appreciate that too. Listen, I came from if you listen to my other sort of more biographical stuff that I've mentioned about myself, I did not come from, a whole lot of resources. I mean, we made good with what we had, and I worked my butt off to get to where I am today. And on, the family that I am with today, like we're just, I want to be that representation. I want to be a representation. Yeah, like it doesn't have to always be, we come from all walks of life, and I've lived in all walks of life, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not a classist, I'm not an elitist. This is all, I will say this before I jump off, and because I don't want it to sound like too cheesy or whatever, but I feel like as biracial people and people who have had this experience where they feel like they may not fit in, or up until now, they don't fit into the ready bake world, as I say. But
that makes that. Yes, that's a great way to say it.
But we're able to wake up from, people think that this world is so, like, it's not like fitting into such an incredibly perfect world anyway. It's like, it's a lot of problems, even within these monoracial spaces. There's all kinds of dysfunction, depression, look at all the mass shooting and just craziness, madness. We are able to kind of like naturally by default go into like a pattern interrupt. Like we're able to kind of use this feeling of, it's like a huge possibility to wake up to something bigger. I think like on a spiritual level, because you don't necessarily fit in immediately to this crazy, matrix of regular society. Like we make our own spaces, we make our own kind of reality to a degree, but I just think it's a huge possibility for many of us. So I just wanted to say that.
Thank you so much. Speaking of spiritual, let me just mention this real fast. I did my first video I ever did was called like spiritual healing for like multiracial people. Check that video out. I did it like a year ago.
Oh wow. Okay. I promise I will.
That was the first video addressing like the spiritual, like, because I feel like we deal with a lot of internalized, like we feel like we're torn between, and we internalize it, and it's like a war within ourselves. So I was like, we got to heal that. We got to stop that war within ourselves and be at peace with ourselves. So that was like my first introduction into the space. So check that out, girl. I'll link it to you.
I will definitely check that out. And I love listening to, like, I'm going to do some segments because I love what you said about, like, we need to do other topics that are just kind of not so beaten up already. Like we do, so, like, I love this topic. I love the beauty standard thing. I love when you talked about mental health. And I just want to talk about, like, certain other schools of thought. Like, do people listen to or follow other spiritual teachings? Like, I know I listen to a lot of, Eckhart Tolle, Ram Dass, Mooji. Like, I listen to, what I mean? So I get a lot of jewels from, and we can talk and have a safe conversation about it because we already have the basis foundation of having a shared experience on that basic human level. And then we can talk about more expanded topics. And then that kind of just creates an even better experience for everybody, I hope. So yeah, girl, I have so many, my brain is just bubbling.
I'm so excited for all of that. All of it, yes. Yes.
But I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for supporting me. I'm going to continue to support you. Have a great rest of the live. And I'm going to be in the chat. I'll stay.
I appreciate you being up here. All right. Thank you.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye, Magic. Mwah.
Perfect.
Oh, that was a great combo. Let me, Sunny said,
Yeah.
let me catch up. Hold on, that's fine. Hold on. One second, Al. I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's all right.
All right, Al. I'm gonna go ahead and end this live. I gotta go take care of my kids. But Sunny said, I'm gonna reread your comments. I'm gonna get off this live, and I'm gonna go through and reread them, and then I'll talk because I'll DM you and talk to you about it. But yeah, it was a
Thanks
good
for
live.
having
Thank
me.
you so much. You guys have a wonderful night.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye, guys.